So he opens his door up, the back door, and then he pulls his kayak out, and he had his trailer in the camper. It fit. The Malone trailer fit perfectly in there. So, and when he pulled it out, then he unhooked his pickup and he hauled the Malone trailer behind his truck with his
What?
kayak to go fishing. And he stores
Nice.
his trailer in his camper and then uses it at the location he fishes at.
Like fully assembled?
It's like, yeah, it's pretty much assembled. Yeah,
He
Just
probably
like the
dropped the
tongue
tongue
kayak?
off it.
he
Yeah,
dropped
yeah.
the tongue and everything, but
Right.
the
Wow, that's
wheels
cool.
on the frame and everything, they were on there. His camper about same size, like 19, 20 foot camper. His
Right.
is more of a toy hauler type one, I
Yeah.
think. But
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
anyway, that was pretty cool. Well, we do have somebody back, so obviously we had quite a few on there. We've had 120 people get on and off. So anyway, that's my Malone story. That was pretty cool. Lance, pretty cool guy. He'll be at the Bassmaster too.
Nice. Do you use a trailer, Seth?
Huh?
What was the question?
Do you use a trailer?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I use On the Water Innovations. I just got one last month.
Nice.
I'd had a what's the name? Ride On, I think is the name
yeah.
of the company. It just wasn't working out. I just kept running into some trouble with it and got tired of trying to put it back together. And
Right.
I got stranded out on Kentucky Lake for a little bit one day for about an hour and a half. But, yeah.
So Sean, all your trailers, they all come packed in boxes and stuff? Like it's all assembled at home?
That is something that's unique. Yeah, our trailers they can ship, deliver to a residence. They ship regular parcel.
Right.
The Megasport's big enough that does go on a freight truck. But so they are a kit trailer, and they do have to be assembled.
Mhm.
And it's not difficult. There's a lot of nuts and bolts going on, but there's nothing difficult there about it. Follow the instructions, and you're going to be good.
Sweet.
We send two guys out to Canoecopia to build trailers out there. I think they
Before
built
for the
I
show.
think they built 17 in 7 hours, so those guys can jam through them.
Hopefully you just sold them all and people got to haul them away.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The trailers sell well there, real well. Yeah.
There's a question by Steven. I've seen guys haul inflatables on trailer. In fact, they stack them up at Susquehanna is where I saw them. That the thing that would concern me would be the wind when it catches, if it catches it. What do you think there, guys?
I think that's fine. We've had people carry inflatables. Sure.
Yeah, for sure. We live in whitewater rafting territory, and my buddy Ralph owns Apex Rafting, and he stacks like 4 of his rafts, inflatables, obviously, on top of a trailer and tows them everywhere. Just cam strap them down, basically, right? I think they'd be fine.
Now, but if I was taking a long trip, I'd probably not have the air in it. I'd probably just have it
right.
stuck and then,
yeah, good point.
And then do it that way. Because some of them have, I know, like Jeff Little has a motor on his. There, but I saw a whole bunch of them up at Susquehanna. They were hauling in the back of their trucks and the trailers. Oh, all right.
Cool.
You're the master here, guy.
Well, so let's show some of Yakoff stuff here and
okay.
See some of these.
Oh yeah.
You got to show some of your own stuff here too, Marty.
I know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we'll get Seth's video up here, okay? And
Sean, how familiar are you with the Yakoffs? Have you been following along and checking it out? And
no, I haven't.
You should.
It.
If you vote, first of all, your company sponsors it, and secondly, you could win a fully rigged motorized kayak that has a Malone cart just for going on and voting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
and you can decide tonight who you're going to vote for after you watch this. Now, what we've been doing, Keith, is we just play like a minute of each one, and then so people that are on here that watch this, you want to go to those videos and watch them, and it kind of shows what they're about. So I'll play his Here.
All right, folks, I'm going to walk you through how I have my 2024 New Canoe Unlimited rigged up for kayak catfishing. So the New Canoe Unlimited is great because it is 41 inches wide.
Yeah, I can see it in
And
the
it
green
only
room there,
weighs,
Marty.
I think, 87 pounds. For how light it is, with 41 inches wide, you cannot beat the stability of these things. And at least with a motor, paddling's a
Sean,
different
are you
story,
a
but with a
fisherman?
motor,
Do you fish?
they're not that much slower than anything else out there, if at all. With this 70-pound trolling motor on there, I mean, I can cruise along at 5.5 mile an hour a lot of times. And then this tarpon drainage system that they come up with for these
Hey,
things
Sean, can you hear
is
me?
just amazing. I mean, I've
I
had
was
so
just
much
saying,
water come
are you
crashing up over the
fisherman? Do you
bow, and
fish?
it's never been a problem for me.
Yeah, I do.
Next
Yeah.
up, we'll talk about the rod
Mostly
holders. I think it's
mostly a river
important
brook
to have
stream
a solid
trout
base
fisherman.
underneath whatever kind of
Right.
rod holder it is you use.
I'm in
If
British
you don't have
Columbia,
a
so
good
yeah,
base
it's a lot of
underneath
trout
your
fishing
rod
here
holder,
too.
it doesn't
Yep.
matter how good or how strong that rod holder is. If it gets ripped off the side of the
Never.
kayak because it wasn't secured properly to a strong enough base.
Different.
So what I like about Seth is
Well, Marty, we didn't see any of that.
You didn't?
No, did you guys?
No,
It was just
now we
playing in
do.
the green. It was just playing in the green room.
Oh, you may not see it on here, but everybody else can see it.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know why that was.
okay.
That's you got. I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
whatever. That's what he says, Seth, because he's totally pushing his own channel here.
But,
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, everybody else saw it. Trust me.
People were saying we were talking over the video, so they want to hear the video. They said so.
Okay.
But everybody could see the video. You can only see it in the green room.
Oh yeah, we were only talking because we thought nothing was playing. I was trying to fill in the space.
Yeah, they were trying to listen to it, I guess. But
you don't want to hear him talk anyway.
We learned something there. So what I liked though, what Seth did though, is he did all his stuff while on the water. That was pretty cool.
I try to do as much as I can. Any of the talking pieces for videos on the water, I found that folks seem to be more receptive to that than sitting in my house or backyard or whatnot. Well, I did my most recent video. I tried filming. I set a GoPro up on a suction up in the window of my truck and did it while I was driving, doing some stuff. And I don't know how that'll go over. I don't care for it. I like talking on the water better. I just didn't have a chance to get out on the water and didn't want to keep putting the video off.
Well, for us up in the northern plains, it wasn't quite that way. I had to do it in the driveway because the lakes you can't access them. I would have had to go to Texas to do mine. But here's a minute of mine. The Swiss Army knife of kayak fishing, which is my Hobie Outback. As you can see behind me, it's all set up in my driveway here. It's the off season, but I wanted to give details on all the little gadgets this little Swiss Army knife has, and let you know that this is one of the best fishing machines out there. Okay, so first off, we have the Hobie Outback here, and you can see that I've got it fully outfitted here today, and a lot of times I don't. Very rarely do I take the motor unless it's somewhere. Sometimes when I've got to get somewhere in a hurry, far away maybe, or to conserve energy maybe. And then so let's go up here to the front. As you can see, before even launching, I'll have my lights, my red and my green on there, and then I'll have my 360 light. So those are essentials. All right. So
it's hard for me to keep quiet that long.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So on mine, you may not have noticed. Maybe you did, but I never mentioned it. But if you would have looked real close on the right side, there is an air horn. And
I keep one attached to the side of my seat where it's just right within reach. I can hit it if I need to.
Yeah. And
I've done it a couple times accidentally in the shed while I was working on my kayak.
This one will
scare you.
Yeah, it'll wake people up. That's for sure.
Is that a requirement in the U.S. or I don't even know?
No, it's just something.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just afraid of somebody come running over me.
Right.
I'm getting some pictures on here of the rigs. You
How
guys,
come we can't pull it on like normal here, Marty?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's weird.
It's the screen is shared. I know. Yeah, the pictures. I'm just going to go through them as we talk, though. Let people see
Sure.
those. Steven says he's been watching Lives on the Water.
I've thought about doing that.
And I'm going to do more of that this year too. Oh yeah, I got to tell you this too. Like yesterday, I taped like 6 hours of fishing with one bite the entire time. Today, I go, I'm not bringing the camera out. Second cast, I hook
Yeah.
it, and then it's one after another. I go, no, I'm not taking the camera back out. So
Yeah.
there's no footage of today, but I took some photos. So yeah, it's like you go to videotape, you never catch them. So anyway, get some of these pictures on here. Anyway, that's our setups, you guys. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. The thing that I wanted to say though is that for a kayak build, it all comes down to best kayak for someone would be what fits their style and their needs. What they're going to be doing, and so and Seth, you can follow up with me on this. Is that mine is I want to be able to get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get back and behind hydrilla and lily pads and 4 inches of water. I can go on the white water in the river with it. I can paddle it. I have spot lock with my pedals. I can jet and get somewhere fast with my motor. But basically I can get in front of docks where the bigger kayaks can't get up there as good, but I can get right up. I can go up under wires and everything in there.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like the in World War II, like the Mitsubishi Zero or the Spitfire, very maneuverable in there. So Seth, what would you say about yours on yours?
I'd agree with what you said. I mean, everybody fishes differently, and I think that you should pick your kayak and then rig your kayak according to what you fish for, how you fish, where you're fishing. I spent a lot of time out on Kentucky Lake, which is most of the year getting pounded with wind. That lake is like a wind tunnel. I don't go up in the the shallow 1-2 foot of water all that often. I mean, I can do it, especially like you go down to like Gunnersville. You get up shallow, but out on Kentucky Lake, I spend the majority of my time out, main lake, 20 feet of water, getting pounded with waves. And so that's what I love about the new canoe is just that stability. I mean, I've just plowed through waves, been rocked left and right. And I've only had, I think, one encounter that has had me a little scared that I was going to flip out of it, but it was just going to be me going in the water. The kayak wasn't flipping. You'll fall out first.
Yeah.
But if that's not, how you fish or the area that you fish, then, my setup would be no good to somebody.
Yep.
How long does it take you, Seth, to go from swapping from your catfishing rig? Because I know you take your short stack off and you use that under your seat and you do a bunch of different things like that.
Probably 30, 45 minutes if I'm really getting after it. I usually, as I start doing it, I start getting sidetracked with, oh, I wanted to do this, and oh, I wanted to do that, and I wanted to fix this, and this, I don't like the way that's set up, and that will
And you got a couple
it.
kids, right?
Yeah. Which usually I can keep him entertained. My 4-year-old, just bring him out and sit him on the chair, and he loves to just play all over the thing.
Yeah. Nice. One thing I like about mine too is like today I took 2 rods. Mm-hmm. Great. Basically, I took my sonar unit so I could see. I didn't use live scope. And then I had a paddle, my net, and my phone, pliers.
That paddle. I've gone out a couple times having forgot my paddle. I will not do that anymore because when I was down at Lake Murray, I was probably a mile out on the lake, and my motor died. And I mean, we had like 20 mile an hour sustained winds hitting 30 mile an hour gusts, and
you had no paddle?
I had my paddle with me.
Oh.
I'm glad I did. There have been times that I've gone out and I'm like, I forgot to put the paddle on there or whatnot, and just it'll be fine. I go out anyway, and luckily nothing ever happened. But this time out there on Lake Murray, and I was paddling. pulled up in somebody's backyard, ran through my whole wiring system, figured out where the problem was, got out my cutters, fixed it, hopped back in and went back out. And I only lost about hour and a half of time.
Wow. Yeah, and so I was gonna say too that like today I launched. There's really no launch place, really good one there where I was at. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually drug it over the top of rocks into the water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need although I could put it on a Malone trailer or my trailer or whatever, but I haul mine on the top of my truck on a rack, and it's easy to get up there. I'm almost 66 years old. I can still just push it up there, and it work. And that's what I love about my
Do you
Outback.
strip it down when you put it up there? Is it
Yeah, I
like
strip it
completely
down.
stripped
Yeah,
down?
yeah. The live scope thing is still on there. The
Mm-hmm.
down the whatever, but in the seat, I leave the seat on it.
Yeah.
Some little stuff in there, but basically I strip it down because of the wind, and stuff. But it's strapped there, and then I can assemble it in 5 to 10 minutes and get in the water. But like I said, I just took 2 rods out, so that's what I like about mine is that I can make it very, very simple. Or if I'm in a tournament where I'm going to need a lot of stuff, then
Right.
I'm going to put it all on there, and it becomes a battleship at that point, or for what I'm doing. But I like to be able to get to places that no one else can get to.
Yeah.
So,
There are some places around here that are up in more shallow, skinny water that this summer I want to try and get out and do more of. I have a Johnny boat, feel free kayak that they made a couple years ago.
mm,
I kind of want to take that thing and turn it into my shallow water, just take it up little rivers and streams and whatnot. 'Cause there's some good smallmouth rivers around here, Duck and Buffalo River and whatnot, that I don't necessarily want to go take my my new canoe or the unlimited up in with the way that I have it rigged with everything, because I'd probably nail my trolling motor on the wood a lot, all the down timber they have in there.
cool. There's our rigs, you guys, on there, and
Yeah.
What's your boat, Marty? What model?
mine's a Hobie Outback. And this, by the way, mine is a 2019. And yeah, I've got other kayaks. I mean, I have a lot of kayaks because I guide. You got to have a lot for guiding, and all kinds of different brands. And I am not I'm not on any team like a Hobie team or anything like that. I've actually, and I don't want. I've just not. I've turned it down because I want to be flexible in what I use and what my clients use.
Yeah.
But the Hobie is my favorite, and the Hobie Outback. I've had a PA 14, a PA 12. I never used a PA 14. It sat in my garage with a motor on it, and I sold it before I even used it.
Really?
And I went back to this. I have 2 of these Outbacks, but this Outback has over 800 trips, and it's caught over 10,000 bass.
Wow.
And as you know, I have the Tourney X to prove it.
Yeah.
So it's my fishing machine,
Mhm.
and I just love it, and I'm 6'2", 210, and it's very comfortable for me.
Mm-hmm.
And with the kayak cushion, without the kayak cushion, it's not as comfortable. I don't think it is for anybody in any case. That kayak cushion makes a big difference. You got one, Seth?
No, I've never had any problems with my seat.
Oh man,
I mean, I know other people that are on unlimiteds with that Fusion 360 chair that prefer to have the kayak cushion. I just never. I mean, I've spent 8, 9, 10 hours out there on that thing and never had a problem. I
you're
mean, I
young,
do get up and down a lot and stand for a good bit of time while I'm out there. That could
and
be
you're young.
Yeah.
itch.
You don't.
Yeah, remember though, Keith, for 18 years I was in kayaks that hadn't had like
Yeah,
sat
yeah,
in water and had itchy butt the entire day.
yeah. Like the old ocean kayak, the
Yeah,
old Trident 13. Yeah.
and
It's funny. Like we haven't had a podcast where the kayak cushion hasn't been brought up at some point yet
yeah,
from
that's
everyone.
yeah.
Yeah, every time.
They got them for your back or for your butt, but man, since I first had it, the first one, there was no going back. And if I go out and I forget it, I'm going back to it.
Does it
Well, so
attach
this
to
is
the
kind of a
seat?
good. Sorry, go ahead, Seth.
Oh, just does it attach to the seat? Like
It
won't
can.
scoot
It
around or move on you?
You can attach it because I've had guys drive down the highway with it attached, but
Wow. Okay.
I take mine off and put them in my truck.
I try to leave everything I can on my kayak.
We do. No, I take everything off.
Yeah. Well, so here's something that kind of leads into that perfectly that nobody knows yet that's in the Yakoffs. But because kayak cushion has been brought up 100,000 times during all these podcasts and everything else, I reached out to them, and they're making Yakoff champion kayak cushion
Oh, nice.
for whoever wins this.
Nice.
Yeah. I got a no, I don't know what I did. I got for that, that challenge I do for the catching the bass for the year.
Yeah, you showed us.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
made two of them so far, 2 custom made ones that you get if you can catch that many bass. So hopefully this year
Right.
somebody else gets it too. But he's made one every year for me.
Yeah.
And,
So we're gonna be sending the champion of the Yakoffs one of those
that's pretty cool.
custom made kayak cushions.
That'll make the kayak even better.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, and then you guys can see, the people that are watching, they can see that with our rigs have the things that we use, and there's links to all those products
Yeah.
there, and they can just go to those links and see what it's all about there. And
Yeah.
what kind of crate do you have, Seth?
I'm sorry.
What kind of crate do you have on yours?
Oh, Yakoff, the black pack.
Okay.
Orange and black one.
Well, it's on the when I'm bass fishing, I have that on there. When I'm catfishing, I don't carry a crate. I use I have a Yeti cooler back there, and then I have the Yakoff short stack underneath my chair, and that's where I keep my extra tackle and whatnot.
So you just pop that off your black pack and put it under the chair when you're switching.
No, I got a second one because when I do bass fish, I still also have that short stack under the chair. I keep all my soft plastics in there, and then in the short stack on top of my black pack, I try to keep all the names straight of these things. The track packs. I have 2 of those inside of that short stack, and those have different jigs already rigged up, and then the other one is got 2 layers of foam that I have all my jigs and hooks that don't have anything on them yet put in, and then other stuff that I throw in there.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, those track packs, how you looked at them when they first kind of came out, and I was like, yeah, and they are so handy.
Yeah. I've got 4 of them on the back of my Crescent Shoei. No, just that for the river.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
And you can put a lot of stuff in them there. And my new lunchbox came in today. That's not part of this deal, but I got a big giant Perception lunch bag that goes behind my seat now.
Oh, nice.
So I can take bigger lunches. Because I have a little camo lunch bag, and you know how many times it's fallen out of the kayak and was floating on the lake, and then everything was soggy.
Oh,
so now I got that.
No fun eating a soggy sandwich.
No, that's not good.
No.
All right. Anything else?
Cool. I don't know, Sean. Do you have any? This is the first time you've really, I guess, learned about the Yakoff Awards. You had any questions or wondered anything?
Just go ahead and explain it to me, just so I get a better understanding.
I was thinking that because when he was, so basically the Yakoffs are, it's a rigging not a competition. It's like a rigging explanation of what you've done to your kayaks. So there's so many different platforms as a kayak and configurations out there, and people doing so many different things.
Right.
We were just thinking, as kayak angler, we were like, man, we should bring these people together. We've built this, since you haven't seen it yet, it's basically a NCAA bracket style tournament.
Well, that's cool.
So there's 16 pro anglers in this one, and every week there's 2 anglers going against each other. And what their kind of assets we asked for were to provide walk around video, and then standard photos of the bow and the aft and the port and the starboard and an overhead, and then a bunch of lifestyle things. And then they've also provided, so you can go on right now and look at Marty's and Seth's, and then watch their videos and then look at all their pictures, and then you can go down and see who their sponsors are. But you can also go through their entire equipment list and accessory list of what they have on what they've talked about on their video, what they have on their boat, and then where you can buy it and how you can link out to it and all that kind of stuff. And then it's got all their social platforms, so you can go on and like ask Seth a question or ask Marty a question, and and then the winner of the angler that wins the Yakoff has a cash prize, and then of a 2,500 US, and then also they're going to be featured in our upcoming issues of Kayak Angler magazine.
Oh, nice.
We've got some talks about a calendar in the works right now, so you might see Marty and Seth in there as like centerfolds. Be pretty fun. A bunch of different things going on, and then so when you go in and vote, you basically it'll just say enter to vote, and then when you basically watch all that stuff and you'll vote for either Marty or Seth this week. And then when you enter that, it takes you to a viral sweep page where you can go and like Malone trailers on Facebook, on YouTube, and follow them on Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Or the other sponsors, or Marty's personal social pages, or Seth's personal social pages. Then you gain entries. And as you vote, you gain entries into the grand prize draw, which is that Hoodoo kayak, Malone cart, Newport motor and battery, and a Guardian Angel light set. That's just for going on and voting. So
you can do that each day. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you can go once a week. You can go and like all those things, but once you've done that, you can't do that anymore. Okay. But every day you can vote for an angler,
and that gives you another entry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And another vote for you guys.
Yeah.
I asked my wife tonight, "Did you vote yet?" And she goes, "For what?" Did you see my link?
So, he's like, "What do you think I do every Tuesday all night long?"
Yeah. Oh, is that what
I like talking to Canadians?
Yeah. Wow. Anyway, I don't know if you did yet, but
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm up here in Canada, and my daughter and son are like telling their friends in high school that they should go and vote because they might win a kayak.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah,
they could. They could. Stephen Sturgeon asks, "So what bracket level are we in now?" You can probably explain that, Keith.
Yeah. So right now we are in. I've got it open here. So we're in week battle 6 of round 1. So there'll be 2 more to go. So there's 16 anglers in this. So if you imagine like an NCAA bracket, there's 8 on this side, 8 on this side. So we've gone through this whole left side or this side, and now we're halfway through this side. And then there'll be 2 more, and then we'll move on to round 2, which all of those sponsors that were sponsors of the first one. So right now Malone is sponsoring these 2 bracket or battles of round 1, which runs from March 3rd to March 16th, which would be 2 battles. Then it's going to go around again to round 2, and then Malone, for example, will be sponsoring Chad Davison, who won last week, against either Marty or Seth that win this week in that second round, and then it goes on to the semifinals and finals. So right now we're in the 6th battle of round 1.
Yeah, I brought the bracket up. It's on the. You can see it down there.
Oh, right. It's weird not being able to see it.
I know. I don't know why that is. I don't know what's going on this week with that, but everybody else can see it here. I have my phone out, and I can see it's on there. So, are we going to do a prize tonight too at the end?
We could do a prize if you want. Free Mega Sport Malone trailer.
Okay.
No, John's like
a sweet one.
Yeah, it's a Sweet 16, Stephen. Basically, that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah.
And then we're going to.
Now we can. Why don't we do a prize on the Human De-Hooker tool? Let's give one of those away.
Okay.
Oh, and speaking of that, which something that came on out of last week, Marty, we were chatting last week, and when we were on with Drew Gregory.
Yeah.
Marty and Drew Drew and Michael from De-Hooker have now been hooked up, and De-Hooker they're talking about having De-Hooker be the official human de-hooking tool for the Kayak Adventure Series.
Wow. Hey, so you know what I'm
that
doing?
came from last week's chat.
That's awesome. You know what I'm doing with
Yeah.
ours? I haven't had anything come in yet.
Oh, that was another question. Did you guys get yours? Because
I got mine the other day.
did you get the D hooker set?
Yep.
And did you
Well,
get the Guardian Angel light set?
No.
Okay.
um,
So Sean, Sean doesn't know what we're talking about here, so I'll just fill you in. But a
well,
couple of our sponsors have sent our anglers their products, so they can each have one for themselves, and then kind of auction or raffle one off in some kind of a prize on their own socials. So that's it.
that's
You
cool.
didn't get anything yet, Marty?
No, ours comes in by Stagecoach though, so it could be a while.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't got anything yet, but
Because
hey,
a bunch of people have confirmed. So
okay. Well, what we're gonna do with ours, and then we're gonna answer this question here from Michael Yates here in a second.
okay,
What I'm gonna do is we're gonna offer it like we have all these prizes for a 20-inch bass, and you draw an envelope with a letter on it, and we're up to like Y now, with the letter Y. So we got like 25 prizes if you catch a
cool.
20-inch bass. Well, this year what we're gonna do is um, we're gonna have it in the drawing. But if somebody gets a hook stuck in them before that, they get to use it and keep it. That's what we're gonna do in our events. So if it doesn't get given away by the letter and it's
Yeah.
still up for grabs, if somebody gets a hook in them, we're gonna give it to them to use, and they get to keep it. How's
So
that?
Sean, if you don't know this either, do you know what the D hooker tool is?
I can figure it out.
Yeah, so it's a really cool tool that was released last year at ICAST for a friend of mine, Mike, and it's basically a way to get they're the presenting sponsor of the Yakoffs,
Yeah.
so we keep giving all his stuff away. So he's going to be broke soon because I keep giving it away on all these shows.
Are these
But
are these coming from Canada?
no, he's down in Marco Island, Florida.
Okay, I was gonna say if they're coming from Canada, probably Trump has to look at it and make sure it's okay, and then we
Yeah,
get it.
no, they're coming from Marco Island down in Florida.
Okay. Well, anyway, batteries. Go ahead, Seth. What kind of batteries we use?
I have Redato in mine. I have two 24-volt, 50 amp hour Bluetooth connected ones. They had reached out to me back in September, October, sent me a battery to do a review of and liked it. So I bought myself another one. That's my dad that asked that question. I bought him one too.
Nice.
Seth, when I reached out to you about the Yakoffs, I think it was because I watched a video you did, and you were chatting about the Redondo batteries.
Huh. Well,
when we first connected.
I have not bought a battery ever.
Oh, that's right. You have a paddle. No, but you say you have a motor on the back.
No, I have batteries, but I was in a tournament one time, and the guy that ran Ice Hole Power, he came up to me and he says, "Hey, what kind of batteries do you have?" I said, "Well, I had a little tiny one, and I won it at KBF." And he said, "How'd you like to try these?" So he gave me a juice box, little 12-volt juice box, and I still have. It's 5 years old, still using it, and just push buttons on it, and that's all I use. And then I have a separate one for the live scope, and that's a power box, and that's got another battery in it. I use the amped. Is it amped? That's what they use from Ice Hole Power. It's a power box. That's all I have on mine. And then the Crescent Shoaly, I won another battery on it, and it's a 50 amp for the Newport motor that I haven't used yet. So I've never really bought a battery. I've been fortunate. I don't have any battery sponsors or anything like. Well, I guess they are. Ice Hole Power is. What am I saying? They gave me the batteries, and I've never. So that in there, I don't have any. So in my kayak, that excess weight for batteries is only about 6-7 pounds. At the not that's probably 5 pounds if that, if even that.
Yeah.
So pretty light.
Those new Newport batteries are pretty sweet. They actually fit inside of a black pack, flat. Did you guys know that?
Oh wow, I didn't know
They
that.
lie flat in a
I
black
didn't think
pack.
about that. I like that.
Yeah. I like Steven's comment there. My battery is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. See,
There you go. That's good.
That's
And
awesome.
then
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by this. Wear it for a week. I don't know what you mean by that, but no, if they get hooked at a tournament, we help them that day, because
Yeah.
you've had it happen.
I
Last
could have used one at Lake Murray. I got a treble hook stuck in my ring finger. That was
Wow.
uncomfortable. Yeah, I tried pulling it out by hand. It would not budge. So I grabbed a pair of pliers and just ripped it out.
Well, I got one for you guys. Well, first of all, I had a guy last summer too in a tournament down south. Where were we? I can't remember where we were at. I can't not. At Okoboji up north, and he had a gigantic treble hook from a deep crank in his thigh. I could not get it out. He had to go to the emergency room. If I had a de-hooker, I could have got it out. But my wife, there's got a device for my wife. Her middle finger got caught in a tape. You know those folding legs on tables? Her finger got caught in there, and it crushed it.
Ouch.
And she flung the table out off the driveway and broke her finger.
Ow.
That was recently, right?
Yeah, she's healing up now, but man, that she was in a lot of pain from that. But that she like a table de-hooker thing, you know, you got to get a table. She had the table stuck to her finger.
Yeah.
And so it was bad. So anyway, there you go. So yeah, we're gonna give away a prize here, right?
Sure, yeah.
How any more things we want to talk about? We're kind of going fast. We've been on close to an hour.
Yeah, it's almost an hour now.
Yeah.
We're gonna if Tanya's on here. Oh, she is on here. Hi, Tanya.
Tanya didn't get her prize yet.
Yeah, she just said that. I'll look into that tomorrow for you. I know everything got mailed out, so. But okay. If she wins again, she's going to have a collection of the hooker tools and Guardian Angel lights.
Yeah, she put a post out there about the stuff she wants. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah, and anyway, so yeah, you guys decide who you're going to vote for. You can vote each day, and
yeah. So we always end up. Well, actually, before we forget, Marty, I forgot to do this last week when the power went out. But we need you and Seth to give cuffs things so I can do it. So let me zoom in here a bit. Have you seen that stuff yet, Seth?
Nope.
Yeah, everyone turns the wrong way first. It's hilarious.
Huh.
There we go.
So let me just get my screenshot thing here.
Remember, old guys rule, Seth.
Yeah. Okay, ready? You got to look meaner than that, you guys. There we go. Perfect.
All right.
So, Sean, we just, every time we have two anglers on, we get them to do I turned the wrong way too.
Rock'em sock'em robots.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Chad had a big victory last week.
He did, yeah. It was actually our biggest spread, and I think it was 64%, I think.
Yeah, 64 to 36.
64%. But he did also bring on that dog that he rescued and had him lick his face in the middle of the podcast.
That was good.
So,
yeah.
It's not so fair.
Should I bring my dog on? She does tricks. She fits.
So, guys, to finish here, then, we always do this. So, talk to your audience out there, and we've got some people live on here too, but there'll be people watching it tomorrow. And Seth and Marty, you guys tell them why they should vote for you, and let's go win yourself your vote.
Go ahead, Seth.
Who wants to go first?
Oh, dang it.
Marty said age before beauty. I heard.
I was just thinking that.
Look at that. Man. You got to go first.
Well, if I make it to the next round, I'll be putting out another video and more content showing the other side of what I do with my kayak. Because kind of thing I love about my particular setup with the new canoe is it's not a one-trick pony. I can rig it up to do catfishing fairly easily, and then I can strip it down and re-rig it completely different for bass fishing. And then if I want to take it up shallow, there are other ways that I can rig things to do that. So if you want to see that, vote for me.
Nice. Well, I will. I might pick your brain there too, Seth, because Blake and Brian at New Canoe, when I was down at the Portland Boat Show or Sportsman Show, Northwest Sports Show a couple of weeks ago, on my way back, they hooked me up with a brand new 2025 Unlimited. which I haven't even had on the water yet. So
You will
I'm-
love it.
Wow.
I've only used it really ever down for like loops at the pond at iCast. So I'm pretty pumped to get it up here in the
One thing
Pacific Northwest.
I don't know if most people think about it, but the ability to adjust where your seat is on the boat.
Right. Sliding it or put
so-
two, you can have 2 seats on there.
That day that my motor died, the
Right.
wind just got worse and worse and worse. And by the end of the day, I think I was almost 2 miles away from the boat ramp, and I had to go into the wind and into the waves. And it was rough. It took me probably 45 minutes to get back to the boat ramp. Doesn't normally take me that long to run that far. But I was able to loosen the knobs, scoop my seat back, and then just lean back, and it kept the nose of the boat from burying into the water.
Give
Just
you a
by
little
being able to
different,
redistribute my weight like that.
different leverage points and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's very. I've seen people with 3 seats on that unlimited actually.
Yep. I have there are like kid seats you can put on there.
Yeah.
I have a second Fusion seat I can pull off of my F12 and put on there.
Not anymore because you ripped your Fusion seat apart to build a catfish.
That was the Pinnacle seat, I think is it called.
Or
Yeah.
the Pinnacle seat. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Right on. Cool, man.
So
Hey, Marty.
what I'll do is I'll video my secret spots where I fish while showing you what I do.
I'm voting for you. I'll vote for you.
Like today's spot is a secret spot.
Yeah.
You'll tell us where that tree lives.
I will tell you where that tree lives. Yeah.
We'll do the next podcast live from there.
Yeah. I will do. Yeah. I'll do a live, but I got to figure out how to do it. But I'll do a live in it because it's a lake that did not have service and now does.
You got to get Starlink like Gene Jensen.
Yeah. No. My Starlink.
That's crazy.
It wouldn't be that, but no. It's just, this has all been fun, but the best thing about it is what we've learned from each other, rigging and being efficient on the water and so forth. That's what's been cool. And people are already kind of going out there and doing this stuff. So
yeah, totally.
I want to thank Sean too from Malone coming on here, sponsoring this as well, because it's been you're looking at, there's probably, I think there's like tens of thousands seeing this stuff.
Yeah,
out there.
Great.
And, all it does is give great exposure to what we're really doing in the community and all that out there. And because I walk, I go places, they go, "What's this Yakoff thing?" And I have to explain it to them, and I said, you'll vote and all that. But it's my timeline has a lot of that on there every day from everybody. So
yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's getting lots of legs, growing legs, and it's doing well, and it's pretty cool to have everyone benefit from it. And also, one of the cool things too that I mention every week is these 16 anglers that are fully immersed in the kayak fishing world. A lot of them didn't even know each other before, and now they're creating new relationships, and there's sponsorships being had, and kayaks being given out, and different products helping our brands, and it's pretty sweet. It's fun.
Pretty cool.
How often are you planning to do this? Is it going to be like a yearly thing, or
no? We're planning now on another one this fall.
Okay.
Kind of after tournament seasons winds down a bit, before everyone puts their boats away this time. And then it's just it depends. Like, we'll obviously have to bring the Yakoff champion back to defend the title, and do some different things like that. But also, we're going to be, as I mentioned many times, changing up the themes. So we'll have not just people that have all these sponsors and all this experience, but bringing in things like show us only kayaks under a certain amount of dollar, like under $2,000 total or something like that, or only kayaks that or kayaks that aren't motorized, or kayaks that are this or that, or whatever. We'll just come up with a bunch of fun stuff, and anybody has ideas out there that they want us to do, throw them out there too. You can email me for sure, and find me on Instagram at Yakfishaholic with an A. That's my handle, and any old guys can run, so they have to fight. Nice.
Yeah. And then Steven loves his new canoe Frontier for the seat adjustable.
Yeah.
I
And
still
the
have
360 part's pretty sweet. That's pretty
Yeah.
fun too.
Huh.
But yeah, and I'd like to say for sure to Sean and everybody at Malone. I've talked to Beth mostly. Thanks so much for sponsoring and
Absolutely.
keep building
Yeah.
those awesome trailers. I can't wait to get one up here and send some coverage from up here in Pacific Northwest. And
Get it built up. Great.
yeah, it's going to be
Well,
awesome.
thank you for having us. Certainly appreciate it.
We got to do a
Super
question.
fun.
We got to do a question before we go.
Yeah. So I wonder who wants to throw. I'll let one of you three throw the question out there to win a human dehooker tool.
I got one.
Sean, is there something you remember you said today, Sean, that someone watching might have paid attention to?
Here you go.
Well, maybe someone could. I think I said what the load capacity of the microsport trailer was.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Ooh,
That
that's
could be a tough
one.
one, but you could also
Yeah.
find out. You can look it up.
Yeah, you could.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
for
They're
sure.
looking it up
You
right
can
now. I
quickly
guarantee
Google it.
Yeah.
They're looking it up. You have to
Yeah.
tell
You
us.
can find it right on the MaloneAutoracks.com website.
Okay.
Nice,
Well,
nice plug there too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
the names are gone on our. Oh, that's why. Okay, I got to hide that. Okay, we'll see if a comment comes up here. They're researching right now, I'm sure,
Yeah,
All right.
totally.
and waiting for a comment. Up 1,200 pounds.
1,200 pounds.
That's a little high. That's
A little
close. But
high.
a little high.
Okay, Steven, a little high.
11.99. 11.99.
Michael Yates says 1,000 pounds.
That's for the Megasport. I don't think I said that one
Megasport.
though.
You said the micro sport, right?
The Microsport.
Tanya
lower.
Woman is not looking it up. She is gonna
He's
just.
rewatching.
She's pleading the fifth tonight.
Yeah. She has too many dehookers en route.
Yeah, she's got one for each hand.
Oh, speaking of that,
600.
Higher.
Ooh, okay, we're being
oh,
1,000, you guys.
Right in the middle between the last two guesses.
750.
That's real close. A little higher.
I
Wow.
think I know now.
Yeah, we'll
And
see.
it's an even number.
On there. I think these guys have got good guesses here.
Oh yeah.
Wonder if anybody's looked it up.
Not yet.
Here we go. Tanya says 700.
Higher.
I heard you say in the middle, didn't you?
It's
Yeah, in the
higher
middle.
than 750. Michael said 700. No. So far we got a 700.
Gotta go higher, folks.
Nope.
I thought I heard you say right in the middle of 6 and 1,000, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's only one number.
Oh
Nope,
man,
not that one.
You're so close. 900. That's too high, isn't it?
Well,
Yep.
What was the guess?
900.
That's too high.
Is nobody really? Huh.
Well, hey, no, I can't. My eyes are blurry, so I can't.
I can see it. It's
Hey,
there you go.
Michael Yates wins. Right?
Got it. Yeah.
Steven,
That would be halfway between 600 and 1,000.
Nice. What's he win?
Oh, Steven just missed. He wins a human dehooker tool.
Michael,
Nice.
Michael, send me your address through the messenger, and we will get that to you.
Yep.
It's coming from Florida.
And Michael has the same name as the inventor of the dehooker tool, Captain Mike.
Yeah, Captain Mike. Well,
Michael
thank you guys for being on tonight, all you fans out there, and don't forget to vote.
Yeah, you guys go vote. kayakangler.com/Yakoff-awards. Remember, you can vote every day for the angler, and then once a week for all the extra bonus votes. And it's like a $3,500 US, which is a lot in Canadian money. Prize package just for going and voting. So go out there, support it. Let's keep it going, and we'll see some of you guys in the next one, maybe too.
All right.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks for having us on, Marty. Although this was my show tonight, I guess, but not really.
A little bit of next week. Next Tuesday, I will be at Lake Fork. I don't know about reception. but
Live on location.
live on location.
Nice.
That is our registration night, but we'll be done by then. And hopefully, I should have reception. I'll be at a friend's house there on the lake. Maybe
we'll
I'll try
figure
to
that out.
do
And
it on the lake
next
there.
week is AJ Ramirez and Wesley Gray, our first female competitor.
Wesley will
up.
be there. I don't know. Maybe I think she qualified. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
But
yeah, it's Wesley and AJ next week.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we'll be doing that from Lake Fork next week. So
yeah. Well, good luck. Let me know when your products arrive, guys. Seth, you've got yours, so let me know what you're planning to do with it, whatever you decide to do. I'm sure I'll see you on there, but totally appreciate everyone joining, and thanks again. And no one lost power today.
All right.
No tornadoes, no snowstorms.
Not yet.
It's been a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to end this.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right.